see a friend Krachi be Abu Trica or something. Me no. I just heard his name. I've been hearing his name before his arrest and other things. Ghana, ye de mra, any year jumo mainum. So security agencies, I don't even know why you have to film the person and then bring it out to the public. Abra, a court on quite a bit to say Abu Trica 84 and now we did him our charging it abono. Per the fundamental human right of our nation, starting from UN and whatever, yet you be a maybe say police no bechimia. You don't expect me to give you all answers because arrest me, you tell me say whatever I say or do no could be used against me in the court of law. So I have the right to remain silent. A very basic fundamental human right. Internationally, it's possible or it's allowed. Police in the Chihuahua, you don't have to assist the police in their investigation. No, that be the police in the Chihuahua and you will and I'll bet you an idea when you that be. But police for Abu Trica. Look at what the police for no ejina or crashing no. And I'm very, very surprised the police for if they actually police are or mutimi sadie no. Watch this particular video.
Let's take it one of the number that one more serious car and also your consumption of phones and also what can't as for that one there right now as
I saw Puja now on the second at the hotel. No. What now in your business? Oh, sometimes, yeah. But I want to know young. So now you've got one away. This is not the first my explaining this kind of I agree. I am the one asking you a question. I'm the one asking you the question. You need your catcher. So I'm asking you. I'm introducing you. Okay, so you're from Chumbarama. I'm lawyer Chumbarama. I'm the deputy director for Narcotics Control Commission. Okay. So now my question is, dear one away. Your lawyer should answer the question for the work that you are doing. Your lawyer cannot answer that question for you. You have already mentioned your name. No, I said, I've already done this thing. That's mine. We are putting you under arrest and we are asking you a question. Said the man away. What's it? You want your lawyer to come and tell me what job you are doing? I'm a lawyer myself. Your lawyer cannot answer that question for you. It's not the duty of your lawyer to tell us what job you do. No. Even if it's in the interrogation room. Young man. Or lawyer's interrogation room can't interact and can't say, or no matter what my way. It's not done anyway. Very good.
The last time I was senior with my dad in the office, I was saying, maybe see some transaction.
I am just asking you a simple question. We see the agreement now.
It's only a point sending that transaction.
The Musa transaction was some.
And you will be a man by now.
I have not asked you about transactions. Hello, listen to me. Listen, Musa about transactions. I just asked a simple question. The agreement now.
Behind your big transaction, yes,
why are you talking about transactions?
I'm
asking transactions. I ask you transactions.
He's also saying, according to the.
Can you just listen? Hold on. Did you hear me asking questions about transactions?
No, he said what work
do you do?
Yes.
Simple.
Okay. And you
so Musa transactions. Wouldn't you be a transactions? I mean, just answer the question I'm asking. What work do you do? Me a policeman, my boy, a policeman, my cover, my better. I'll be position in the so, dear man, it's a simple matter. Let me
okay. One more dear Papa Nye. Lawyer Chumberima, on your police in you. Lawyer Chumberima and your police, or ex-police officer, on your police in IBM. He needs to be arrested. Papa now, Obisa Butekas, I call the question. He needs to be arrested. This is impersonation. You cannot tell me say you are a police officer whilst you are not a police officer. You are a mere lawyer. Why will you ask somebody to assist you in your own investigation? Why will you form a suspect and post it online? Why? They kind of country are we building? Lawyer Chumberima needs to be arrested. We are calling on the Attorney General and the police authorities to arrest this man for telling us he's a police officer. He is not a police officer. And Abu Trica, by law, is not supposed to assist the police into their investigation and that's onto their investigation. He has the right to remain silent and he has the right, and you need to call him to get a lawyer. You cannot interrogate a lawyer. Oh, say, I did let you in Afghanistan, this is the style US for using on terrorists. Papa Way is treating Abu Trica as if he's a terrorist. Ghana ni lawyer ni jina say American if America ababechi Ghana ni into no is interrogative akwawe no to pin him down. How Ghana for tie. How Ghana for tie. The country we live in we call Ghana no. American ni kofa keno for that man no. The American embassy ejina Ghana catch say in America to extradite somebody is more complicated, but in Ghana it is more easier to extradite ourselves. On say for. Ye mwa papa. Ye nkwasi for papa. Me hu maya apro to say Ghana da. Papa we so no a lawyer who should uphold the fundamental human rights, you know. E pini Abu Trica say he should tell him adwuma waye. Lawyer chumberima. Wo adwuma ne say o kan chiro be adeko say wakochi obi tin fi wache na wo so nchire adwuma waye. Na what is adwuma ne ye den? We ye judge. E court nkwa ne betu ebu say Abu Trica that kind of question. And the court on answer, judge on sentence, and Abu Trica has every right to go on appeal. Why will you arrest somebody when he fears then Abu Trica, let me show you the video once again. Then I'll show you something that is happening in our country. And it's so bad and so dangerous to say. Watch the video very, very carefully.
Let's take it one of the number that one more serious car and also your phone so show phones and also your
can't
as for that one right now as
na so push out now the say at the hotel no what na any business na oh sometimes but I want to know so now you get one away.
This is not the first my experience is kind of blocked. I am the one asking you a question. I'm the one asking you the question. You need your catcher. So I'm asking you. I'm introducing you. Okay, so you're from Chumbarama. I'm lawyer Chumbarama. I'm the deputy director for Narcotics Control Commission.
Okay. When you watch the video very carefully, police for police for Ghana is the only country police in our no name on better no. Let me show you a video. There was an American lady. Oban and Sebeka say police for adaptino. Jessica free no. I'm a Ghana police because of board because police in no or name. Listen to the lady very, very well. What I may share another video. That American lady said something. Ghana for Dodonan editing attempt. Watch this video and listen to the lady very carefully.
Last night, I was kidnapped and robbed by the police in Ghana. I was kidnapped by 3 masked police officers. They covered their license plate. They didn't have name badges on. They completely covered their face. And as soon as they decided they wanted to take us, they took our phones and my camera. So I couldn't record. I couldn't contact anyone. I couldn't even look up, what was legal for the police to do. And obviously, not sure the law would have helped. They are the law like that. So the Uber driver that picked us up at the end of the night told me that this is something that happens frequently. The police set up these checkpoints all over the city and they'll stop you for anything. Like you cannot come to a complete stop. You could have something on you. You could do nothing and they will stop you. And if they find out that you're American or they suspect you might have money, then they will take you. They decided they wanted to take us. They heard my accent because they asked me a question and I had to answer. And they checked our bags, they checked our whole body. And when they looked inside my bag and they saw that I had cash, they decided I needed to get in the car. So they told me to get in the car. I tried to ask why. I tried to say, like, is there anything else we can do to handle this? No. So they told me to get in the car. And they got mad anytime I tried to ask a question. So I realized, like, I cannot fight back right now. I have to simply, like, do what they say. So there was a friend of a friend that I knew in Ghana, and we had just went out to eat. So we're in the car together. They actually cuffed him because he's from Ghana, but they didn't cuff me. They just sat me in the car and they drove us around. Little did I know we were driving in a car the whole time, but I don't know where I am. I don't have my phone. It feels like we're getting further and further from where I'm staying. Like I'm feeling, I'm feeling terrible. One of the cops is in the back seat and he has his arm around me the entire time. They were screaming at us most of the time, and then sometimes they would decide to be nice. Like, it was definitely like a good cop, bad cop type of situation. They told me I would not go back home to America. They would arrest me and those charges would not let me, like, you know, board my flight. They told my friend he was gonna go to jail. And the threats kept escalating. At one point, they even made me read a Bible verse and explain to them why that meant we should pay them before they take us to the station. This was the most nonsense I'd ever heard in my life. But again, they're all armed. There are big ass guns in the trunk. At one point, there were 5 officers with us, and then at other points there were 3. Like, there was no leaving. There was nothing. So at one point they pulled up at an ATM and they told me, take out as much as you can. Are you dumb? Do I look like I'm fucking dumb? And I know y'all are probably like, why'd you get in the car? Why did I get in the car? I didn't have a choice. You try resisting 5 fat ass, armed, stinky ass, and let's get into the smell, because the car stank. So at the ATM, I told them like that obviously they couldn't go with me into the ATM. I went to tell the bank people that I was not good, but they still had my phone and my camera and the person that I was with. So I took some money out. I took out like $150 US dollars, and I went back to the car. I gave it to them. I'm thinking it's over then. No, of course it's not over. They're still trying to extort more money out of the other guy. So eventually they get about $400, and I'm tweaking because I'm like, I need to be up in the morning. Like, where am I? Who am I? Like, I just felt, I've never felt powerless like that in my life. So I say all that to say, if you're going to Accra for Dirty December or going at all, make sure you don't, I guess, look rich.
All right. Emily, I don't know whether I believe her or I don't believe her. That is not the story I'm talking about here. And then you said it seems like I'm, I don't know how to say it, siding with these kind of criminals. What I will say, you cannot call somebody a criminal unless it's a court of competent jurisdiction and a pronouncing it or a criminal. The mere fact is police going to arrest somebody does not make the person a criminal. I'm talking from the viewpoint of a lawyer. So I'm not saying say Abu Trica or whatever. I don't even know him. Maybe and it is part of his life or a life is up to him. I don't even know, because I know say Ghana, the way some people flaunt money, I don't even know where they get the money from. And I keep saying these kind of things almost every blessed day. Obi oni me personally, and I tell them say Ghana and Kwan is the only country who say people are so rich, but Obi says the oya untimenka. It's not only Abu Trica. Most of our influential people in our country, Obi says the juma potin oya or says sikana enya do bitin yaka. Go on to our televisions, all the presenters on our radios. I don't want to name some names, but already the locations in Accra, some people have their own personal building, and the type of cars or Muyisi or Ghana. And so the person is a mere presenter on maybe TV or something to say, me no what say. But we car or team a juma or any fool the crowd water emfa. Go to Parliament House, ask members of Parliament what salary is saying. And now me no say a member of Parliament earns something like 21,000 cedis every month. But Land Cruiser on mutim bizanse fuel auto saying in a month. Ask them. They cannot tell you. Only Abu Trica, important personalities in our country do the same thing. Ask Alhaji Dr. Munufie, say you were vice president. Vice president salary is saying. One nama walk around. We need to cover here. What ya? Ask them. So, John, so who is a national security person and who is a police? It was Lawyer Chumberima who was telling Abu Trica, say, Nipe Gina who you need police for. And I'm about to say now, national security, and I say, who do you refer to as national security? I'm talking about how our Katan and him, we are national security, we knew him. Why won't say Nipa double more Kobo Sam Georgia Sum? No. When you watch that particular video, who say national security for a tisa casting no be no uhunim, ushana kura uhuno. That is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about what somebody does or whatever the person is doing. I don't even care. But as a nation, we need to do something. You don't need to put him on, sit down, Cough him, put him a cough and tighten it. Now the camera is seeing him as a police officer. When all of a lawyer near begin also know or a police, and I better with him say, lawyer, now video no, who we are, you release it onto the internet. And then I know. Can I say, 1 year I didn't know my end. Some will be any panel for that. I better want for independent court to know what the kind of be any panel for say they are deal with the nipple we obey an hour. That is what I'm talking about here. As a nation, we don't need to be doing these kind of things. It's not allowed anywhere. Hope I ask anybody. It's not allowed anywhere. But anyway, Oliver Voma will say, Yachi Abu Trica no. Yachi Abu Trica baby mama and soka ho. Now, also through him, he has been able to secure bail for Abu Trica baby mama. Also yesterday, our law firm secured the release of Abu Trica's partner / mother of his sons from custody. We intend to sue the Narcotic Control Commission for her unlawful arrest and abuse. That is the nation we are living in. Police in Ghana and all. Watch videos, graphics, or go to all the newspapers. Or be a police for watching this independent or armed robber or criminal be able to in the Nima Hong Yabono. Police custody, go there, they beat people every day. They're alone, they say, what kind of law is that? A dear man, police in Chilipa, no bono. You go and arrest the person because you are a security officer. Is that how we build a nation? Not that we are defending anybody, but we are talking about the rule of law, not the rule of men. We are talking about the rule of law. And the president, you need to uphold the rule of law in our country. And say a chiobia so way or a crofo so money a bono. Titi, nani a chinipa ya buru ni ekweja sunimu. Suddenly a chum and so a police for that is what they do. Osa could be said and no say be dituro said that we want yes human bia. Well, that's to how you believe it. Emily, you think this is a criminal investigation, so you think some of them should hide their faces? Why? Why are you hiding your face and showing your Abu Trica's face? You don't need to do that. There's no investigation in the world that you can't tell your name. So if it's a human away and correct and you don't hide your identity. Many people who can't man answer. Anas, I investigator or court. They be a no cutting him. No, they didn't care. The Japan take him to court. Say unveiling no, because we need to know who is there. Because I believed in that. You cannot be sending people to court every day. Now they all bawakato and him. So you need to see you. You need to see you. You are human being. We need to see you. When we were in the country in Japan, they are not called court. So we need him. I don't know. We investigated. They are all kata with him. Then you panel investigating. What the camera is in more video. No one release it. Sane no. And Ghana, I know which message man. We don't do it like that. It doesn't have to be anywhere like that. Somebody says we have a long way to go. Well, this is my viewpoint. I don't know. Wow, as to how you understand it, and maybe that is what I've said. And I'm talking from the viewpoint of a lawyer. We don't need to do this kind of things. And these things they did to Abu Trica, it's illegal. Lawyer Chumberima, I know him. I didn't expect him to do those kind of things. Lying to a suspect, say, we a police. And I wouldn't say you are not a police person or you are not a police personnel. You are just a lawyer or a mere lawyer. I don't even know who he was representing here. Until Lawyer Chumberima, who was he representing? Is it the Americans or what? I don't even know. But anyway, I'm going. But sometimes no mind it. No, 70 buha. What you Ghana. Anyway, my team no sanity. Ghana. The way I the patapa any BBA.